Pavanaha, air, breeze. Pavatamasmi, among the purifiers, I am the soft breeze that purifies and ventilates all rooms and houses. Rama Shastra Bhradambaraha, among those who have got the weapons of destruction, I am Sri Ramachandraji, meaning who uses it only for just causes. When you have got power and weapons, you are tempted to annex Kuwait. This is only because you have got money, you have got weapons, you have got plenty of things. Okay, why not? But Rama is one, even though he has got very great power and wealth, and power and strength, he never misuses. The discrimination generally goes when you are too powerful. Power corrupts, and supreme power supremely corrupts. Rama is one, however powerful, he doesn't get corrupted. Why? He has got the vision of the higher. I am that noblest person, Rama. Yaman, those who are carrying weapons. Jashana Magaraschasmi. Among Jashana, the sound doesn't seem to give you any idea. Among the fishes, I am Magara, the shark, which eats up other fishes also, the biggest and the longest. Shark I need not explain because the films you must have seen. Srotasamasmi Jhanyavi. Among the rivers, I am Mother Ganges. Sarganam, in the creation, I am Adi, Madhya and Anta. I am the beginning, the middle, at the end. Which is the beginning of the waves? Which is the middle of the waves? Which is the end of the waves? Waves are in the ocean, rising in the ocean, existing in the ocean, disappearing into the ocean. At all times, it is oceanic waters. In the same way, among the living beings, the names and forms that you see around, I am their beginning. Even now they are existing in me, and they disappear into me only. The living beings exist in time. Time is the past, the present, the future. Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. Of all sciences, Vidya science. Of all sciences, I am the Adhyatma Vidya, the subjective science. Objective science are only gathering information. And those informations change from time to time when the equipments are more sophisticated and more data available. They are not permanent wisdom. They are only knowledges, mere informations. Science always progresses. The progresses means earlier scientific conclusions are negated by the new scientific conclusions. So it is not a wisdom. Among the various knowledges or sciences, I am the subjective science of self-unfoldment, the Adhyatma Vidya. Vada Pravatatamaham. In all discussions, I am the logic. If it is illogical, it is not a discussion. It is only making noise. But when it is logical, the logic holds and lends vitality to the discussion, validity to the discussion. I am the logic in all discussions. Continuing the same, to make the student understand that I am the very vitality in everything, the noblest and the greatest factor in every factor, everything in the world, they exist because of me. Without me they cannot function. To indicate that all these examples are given. Aksharanam Akar. I am in the alphabets, I am A. Without that sound A, no other sound can be pronounced. It's only just open the mouth and throw air out. Ah. It is the letter A. A. Every other letter, you have to turn your tongue and reduce the space of the mouth. Ka, ka, ga, ga, nga. We have to reduce the spacing, regulate it like a flute, and the various sounds come. But in all of them, the basic sound is A. Dvandva samasikasya cha. Samasa. Samasa, compound words. In the compound words, I am Dvandva, the coordinates. Rama and Lakshmana in Sanskrit, Rama Lakshmana. Now, this is called the Dvandva. I connect them all together into one. The many becomes one. Ahameva kshaya kala. I am the indestructible time. Time is divided into various parts by our mind. But that time as such is continuous. The past and the present and the future are one principle of time. It is only we with our mind conceive and divide it into various parts. Week and day and week and months and years, we are calculating and fixing it up. The time is continuous. I am Akshaya Kala, the endless time, the principle of time. Akshaya Kala. Dadaham Vishwadoma. Dadaham. I am the giver of all the karma bhala, the result of your actions are provided to you because of the consciousness. Sarva, karma bhala data Ishvara is a concept of the Vedic period. Karma you can do, you and I can do. But what result must come from that karma? Not even a modern computer can calculate. Because so many factors go into it. Everybody sweats. But some people gain more, some people get nothing. This is unjust. It is not. The result of a karma will depend upon the quality and quantity of karma. The quality of karma will depend upon the nature of your intellect, buddhi, the nature of your thoughts or the mind, the nature of your own physical activity. If there are only these three factors, man could conceive what will be the result. But 1,000 other factors play upon your action. The time, the community, the political situation, the economic condition, the world, the opinion of others in the neighborhood and in your, the team of workers that are supporting you. If you calculate that way, hundreds and hundreds of factors play upon every activity of yours, and the result is the resultant of all these factors. To calculate thus each individual's, each action and give them and provide them the result which is exactly the result, a mighty intelligence, a supreme intelligence is necessary. That supreme intelligence, they called it as God. Karma bhala data, the one who distributes with justice and equity the result of all your actions. I am the data. Vishwato mukha, turned in all directions, because consciousness is in all living beings. All living beings are not looking in one and the same direction. Similarly, all these, I am looking towards you, you are looking towards me. So the consciousness in me is looking towards you, the consciousness in you are looking towards me. The consciousness is one and the same. So where does the consciousness look? Vishwato mukham, turned in all directions. Mrityu, death. Sarvahara, all destruction. Death that levels everything. cha aham. I am that mighty power. Because everything in the world is in a state of change. Change means death of the previous condition. Continuously things are dying away and perishing. I am that principle of death. I am not killing or destroying. I am that destructive power. Udbhavascha bhavishyatam. Udbhava, I don't know how it came. According to the dictionary meaning, Udbhava means prosperity. And very many commentators comment it as Udbhava, prosperity. Bhavishyadami, I am the prosperity in those who come to prosper. The meaning doesn't come up. Udbhava, creation. Bhavishyadam, or the future. Though, when you look at me in terms of the past, I am destroying everything. But look at the future. In all my destruction, it is always constructive destruction. The flower is destroyed, the fruit is emerged out. The fruit is destroyed, the seed emerges out. The seed decays, the seedling comes out. When did I destroy anything except for construction? Okay? The shapeless stone was destroyed when the beautiful Krishna idol has been made. The Krishna idol was in the heart of that stone. That was a shapeless stone. Everywhere the cotton is destroyed when the clothes are made. The clay is destroyed when the pot is made. The gold that I had in my possession, destroyed. Why? It is hanging now on her neck. Similarly, I am that mighty power of destruction, Shiva Tattva, which is in the world, you see. But my destruction is always constructive. I am the creative power which creates everything. Kirti, Shri, Vakcha. Kirti, faith. Shri, prosperity. Vakcha, Narina. These are all Strilinga, feminine gender. All of them. Smriti, memory. Medha, sharp intelligence. Dhriti, determination or consistency in application. Kshama, patience. All of them are me, myself. The unique quality that is coming out of the mind is me. Because without me, those qualities cannot come. And even if the qualities come, you will not be conscious of them. You will not be able to express them. Brihat Samayatha Samnam. In the Samaveda, hymns, Samnam. I am Brihat Sama. Brihati is a name of a tune, of a raga, of a musical note. It is in that tone or in that note that you have to sing that one which is the most difficult. Samaveda itself is difficult. All the various songs that are there in the Samaveda, the Brihati is the most difficult one. Very difficult to express it exactly correctly without mistakes. Brihati Sama is me in the entire Samaveda. Earlier you said, I am the Vedas, I am Samaveda, because it's music. Among the musical hymns in the Samaveda, I am Brihati. Gayatri, Chandasama, of all meters, I am Gayatri. Masanam Margashirsha, of the various months, I am Margashirsha. Margashirsha is January, December, January. Cool, nice, especially for the tropical climate. Therefore, that is, I am, Margashirsha shows me. Ritunam Kusumakaraha, of the various seasons, the 6 seasons. Here only 4 seasons. In India, 6 seasons. 6 seasons, I am Kusumakaraha, the flowery season. Kusuma, flowers. Kusumagaraha, the flowery season. Flowery season means the spring season. Continue. Dyutam, gambling. Chalayatam, Chalayam, fraudulent. In cheating, I am gambling. In cheating also he is there, because you cannot cheat anybody unless he is there behind. A dead man cannot cheat anybody. So it is not only good. The Christian concept of God is very, very nice, good, loving, kind, tolerant. And what about the terrible, the monstrous? That also is in the world. No, that is all devil. That's not fair. The noble and the ignoble, the good and the bad, all of them are rising from him only. He is the one soul, source of everything. Jivutam chalayatam asmi. So the gamblers also can say that I am worshipping him. Only that his idea must be there, that his gambling also is him. Tejas vinamaham. I am the splendor in the splendid. Whatever that splendid you see, what a beautiful nature. That beauty in it is Nara. What a wonderful music. That wonderfulness of the music is Nara. What a beautiful girl. The beauty in it is Nara. Jayosmi, I am victory. Vyavasayosmi, I am determination. Vyavasaya. Sattvam sattvatamaham, I am the goodness in the good people. When you say that, he's such a nice man, that niceness is because of the divine. Vrishni is the kula, the tribe to which Krishna belongs. Among the Vrishni people, among the people in the Vrishni caste or creed, not creed, clan, yes, clan is better, not tribe. Vrishni clan, I am Vasudeva, son of Vasudeva, Lord Krishna himself. Pandavanam Dhananjaya. Even a guru has to be very diplomatic. All the disciples will run away. Now and then we must tease them a little. Among all the Gita listeners that I had all these last 40 years, I don't think that such a team as in Krishnalaya today I had ever had the luck to address, because they were all sleeping. You know. See, now and then, most intelligent group, and the group becomes really, even the most unintelligent fellow will say that I am also included in the group. Everybody. So now and then you must pat even your child when you want to make him study or do the homework. You have to say that you are so smart, you are as smart as your daddy, and when you take up a work, you never give it up until it is over. How great you are. Hui. And the fellow says yes. And having said this, he has got the responsibility of finishing that. If he stops it, you are like our servant here, who never does the work properly. Do you understand? Yeah. So among the Pandavas, I am Arjuna. Muninamapyaham Vyasa. Among the Manana-Shilavan, among those who are able to reflect upon the contents of the Upanishad and get the entire meaning of it, and express it in terms of Purana stories, in the mystical language, I am Vyasa. Kavinam Ushana Kavi. Vedic period, Kavi means one who has vision, one who had the experience of the higher. Ushana Kavi. Ushana Kavi, who is it? We don't know. It is lost. Their individuality or personality is lost. Hindu literature, we have not got any measure, any reference to Ushana Kavi. So as the time passed on, poets were called in Sanskrit as Kavi. Why? Poets are people who get a message from an ordinary thing. clouds passing and repassing the moon. Everybody sees it, everybody enjoys it, but he gets a message out of it, and which becomes a beautiful poem. So poets were called Kavi. Dandam, power, scepter. Danda, a stick. A silver stick is the symbol of the kingship. Queen of England also carries it. Everything else carried by the others, but scepter is carried by it. Army officers have got a stick, useless stick, because it is not enough length to beat the other fellow. Because you have to go very near him. But other power is a sign of power. That is to say, we must have power to punish in case you are in responsible position of managing something. Dando damayatamas. I am the danda of the punishment or the power to punish among the punishers. Among the punishers means managers. Today that is why discipline goes. The higher officials have no control over the lower one, because he has no power to punish. In America it is going on because even now they have got the power to fire and to hire. In India we are only allowed to hire. Fire we can't. So once you get a job, you can die in that job. Firing and hiring is necessary. Similarly in the universities, you can't say a word. In the schools, you can't say a word to the child. Or else the children's parents will go to the court, because the parents will be earning more out of this than what they will earn in all their activities. A couple of $1 million. Why? My child had emotional suppression, because the teacher looked in the house you may kick him, but in the school you should. So when you have not got it, then there is no discipline. Therefore there is no spelling in this country, no grammar in this country, can't read 3 lines together. Those who want victory, great success in the world outside, there must be statesmanship in it. So then in order to be victorious, or in the world of politics or economics, or even in your family, if you want to succeed, you must be diplomatic. Statesmanship is necessary. Niti. Maunam cha chaivasmi guhyana. In a secret. In a secrecy, maunam. Did you hear that? Why? It is a secret. It should not come out. So then, how can you keep a secret? By maunam. Maunam in secrecy. Jnanam jnanavatamaha. I am the knowledge of those who have got the great wisdom, or the direct, that is to say, I am the theme that all jnanis, those who have got the direct knowledge of the Supreme, I am that Supreme, the theme of all knowledges. Yechavi, whatsoever, sarvabhutanam bijam. What is the seed? Don't say that very carefully. English is a terrible language. What is the seed in everybody? I am the seed. No. What is the seed of all living beings? Not in the sense of your seed is Narayana. The seed from which all beings are emerged. Try to put it in English, it's very difficult. Seeds of people is Narayana. No, the seed is not Narayana. The seed of the universe of things and beings. Sarva bhutanam bijam. Tadaham Arjuna, that is me. I am the seed from which the whole universe has come out. I am the cause. Nattadasti vinayat yat syad. In case I am not with anyone or any being, maya bhudam characharam, whether it is a char or achara, moving or not moving, dynamic beings or inert things, in everyone I must be there, or else there will be no existence of it. I am the pure existence, Satchidananda. That Sat affect is in all things equally. You are, he is, the stone is, the tree is. This easiness in everything. That because of which you say that it exists. That pure existence is in all forms. I am that existence in all forms. In fact, na andaha, there is no end. Mama divyanam vibhutinam parantapa. Hey parantapa, great soldier, Arjuna, there is no end to my divine splendor or divine vibhuti, glory. Because all these are my glory. When can I finish them all? And then what have you said so far? So far, monotonously I was repeating for you, is only Yeshote Deshata. Roughly some steady, some main points I've just mentioned. Proktaha, I have given out to you, Vibhuter Vistaromaya. Some here and there, some points I have explained particularly. But all these and everything in the world is all my own vibhuti. Yadyad vibhuti mat sattvam. Whatever in this world, a generalization. How can I finish them all? It's impossible. Some of them I explained it to you for your benefit, for your edification, so that you may know how to look for my presence in everything. But whatever that is in this world, glorious, Srimad Urjidamevaja, prosperous and powerful, or in any beings, Sattvam, wherever you see, an intelligent, a great artist, a great scientist, wherever you find thus an extra glow of in performance and in his thoughts and his activities, in all of them, tattadeva eva avagaccha tvam. You please understand all of them are mama tejomshu sambhavam. They are all expressions of my tejas, my glory, everywhere. Whether it is Vyasa's genius, Einstein's genius, a great poet or a great painter or a dancer or actor, wherever you find some vibhuti, some glory, some beauty, extra beauty, all of them are, please understand, they have all risen from me, a ray of my glory. Expand yourself, your full state of glory. Realize your oneness with the entire universe. With this, the 10th chapter is over. See the logic of it? When the Lord said that I am all these, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, He tried to prove that in the 7th, 8th and the 9th chapters, that I am the Lord of the entire universe of names and forms. I am the very substrate and the very material with which it is all made. Arjuna, the intellectual, with his intellect he cannot understand the oneness of it. He can understand only the plurality. That is the nature of the human intellect. Therefore he had a doubt. Hey, if you say that you are in everything, can you show me yourself in the things that are around? Analytically, in the 10th chapter, the Lord pointed out that I am this glory. Wherever there is a glory, I am that. Of the rivers, I am the Ganges. Of the mountains, I am Meru mountain. I am the most glorious in everything. He showed it point by point. After some time, when he got tired of himself, he said, "Hey Arjuna, if you go on talking, you will never be benefited because it will never end. How can I tell? In a pottery shop, I go there, and when that artist was standing there, I asked him, that yellow pot is made up of clay. Oh, I see. And the blue one, clay. That small one, clay. That tall one, clay. After some time, don't you think that that artist will be tired? Sir, please understand, all these in this room are all nothing but clay in different forms. Don't you think? All this is only standing in a part of the total possibility of clay in the world. It's not that all the clay is finished because all pots are made. No. In the same way, he points out analytically where exactly am I shining out in the names and forms that I am seeing at this moment. So many years already generalized and said that the splendor, wherever you see in the splendid, this is me. He pointed out. When thus analytically showed, in the next chapter, is the human nature. The human intellect is never satisfied by a mere conclusion arrived at through analysis. Analysis will give you an idea. These are the factors that join together is the thing. But analysis alone cannot convince the human intellect. What conclusion arrived at through analysis, when it is confirmed by a process of synthesis, human intellect goes down. Oh, now I understand. If you say that because of the anode and cathode at that time, the electrolysis, it can be proved that water contains hydrogen and oxygen. Yes, but the student is not satisfied. It only proves that hydrogen and oxygen are also there in water. But it does not disprove the existence of other gases. It was only anode and cathode. Suppose there is a cathode and a cathode. Maybe two other gases may come. How am I to know that there is only oxygen and hydrogen? So I have to prove. I collect oxygen and hydrogen, the proportion 1:2, and blast it on a naked flame of a candle, and I show water vapor on the sides of the cylinder. Then I say, understood. What has been proved through analysis, when it is endorsed by, supported by the process of synthesis, human intellect accepts. If there is anybody who is not accepting, even after the proving analytically and supporting and confirming it by the process of synthesis, and yet the man says that, even though you have shown to me, Swamiji, I am not convinced, I am not accepting it, you can use his head to carry water. Why? There is nothing inside. Thus, in the 11th chapter, following this principle, human nature, Arjuna says, Krishna, don't misunderstand that I have not accepted what you said. What you have said is very impressive, and a part of me accepts it. But Krishna, what can I do? Another part is gudu, asking questions. Because I got a feeling that there is something more than this. If in case, as you say, you are in everything, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, can I see everything in you? Why? The process of synthesis. It's a natural demand. Krishna understood that is a natural demand. And he smiled. Sonny, you are trying to understand it through the intellect. It is the weakness of the human intellect. It needs this vision. I shall give you the vision. That is how this cosmic form, which is being described in the 11th chapter, one of the greatest poems in the world, because of the sublimity of the theme. And as you read it, you'll understand how gracious and grand is the vision of the entire universe.
Swami, one of the essential features of Western culture has been its rationalism, right from the time of the Greeks, and I suppose with the development of science and technology from the 17th century onwards, once again, our culture has been much more rationalistic than other cultures. We've tended to think that unless we can work everything out by reason, then it's not there. Now, I take it that you see in Vedanta some way of transcending this fixation on rationalism. Do you think in Western culture we've forgotten what you might call very loosely the mystical tradition, the mystical dimension?
When I am doing agriculture, let us say, first the flower comes out. Then I watch for a few days or a week or 2 or 10 days, the flower perishes, then the fruit emerges. Watching what is happening in my garden, if my neighbor also starts, and the flower came, and he said, why waste 10 days? The flower has come. Now the flower takes 10 days before the fruit can come. So he plucks the flower and throws it away. Do you think that any fruit will come out of it? The flower must come. The flower must open up. The opening of the flower is not its fulfillment. The fruit must emerge out of it. Rational, intelligent thinking is necessary. In Vedanta, logic, the Nyaya and Tarka, it's a hair splitting, I tell you. And without that subtle intellect, you cannot understand Vedanta also. But then Vedanta never stops there where the British or Western countries stopped. Mere rationalism, mere rationalism. We understood the limitations of the intellect. So intellectually to come to a conclusion, rational thinking is necessary. Rationalism has got a place. But then after all, even rationally when you conclude, it is only a thought. Who is the knower of the thought? What gives it vitality? It is the awareness and consciousness of subject. I conclude, isn't it? You conclude that there is no God, and therefore you say, I am an atheist. He concludes that there is a God, and therefore he says he is a theist. But both these are conclusions of the intellect. Who came to know of it? So, anyadeva tad vididadhau avididadadhi. Just now we are taking Kenopanishad. It is something, this great reality is something other than what you know, and something more than what you don't know. To know and not know are the intellectual concepts, conditions. Who is awareing this? I know what I know, and I also know what I don't know. Then who is this I? It can be this known and unknown. They are the objects of my awareness. This awareness must be me. Thus we go beyond. Therefore everybody thinks that no, it is not rational. Without rational thinking you cannot come to that point. We must live through the intellect to the zenith of the intellect. And then must have the heroism to go beyond the intellect. That they don't.
And this is what you are teaching your young boys and spreading...
Exactly, mysticism. Through intellect. Because, if you just merely talk mysticism, they will not understand. Through intellect, satisfy all your questions. How, why, when, what, where, who. Even after all these, what is the conclusion arrived at? Is only an intellectual appreciation. No, it must be a spiritual apprehension. So we push them towards it.
And do you think it's possible to discover some kind of basis for unity, say, between the tradition of Christian mysticism and Hindu mysticism?
Now look, at the mysticism level there is no quarrel. All are one. It's as if everybody copied from the other. Honestly, even phraseology is the same. Now even your description of God or the highest reality, It is timeless, it is birthless, it is deathless, immortal, eternal, immutable, changeless. These are the same words in all the Quran also says the same. Christianity also says. You see, it is only in the lower level that the distinctions. The church is not like the mosque. Mosque is not like the temple. The puja vidhi is different. The dress is different. What you offer to the Lord is different. But that is because of the climatic conditions, etc. On these unnecessarily power politics, I tell you, that is nothing but, it is not religion that is quarreling. Religion with politics quarrels.
And perhaps it always will.
Exactly. they are mutually allergic to each other. When religion and politics come together, religion also spoils, politics also spoils. Look at Iran. Is that politics? Religion spoiled it.
Earlier also, when you were talking about revival going on in India of traditions, would you say revival, or would you also talk about, say, progressive evolution of a tradition? In other words,
no evolution possible. We have reached
what's in the beginning is also in the end.
Yes, we have zenith as a reach, as a Vedantic vision. We have reached the Brahman, the reality, beyond which there is nothing.
We reached there in Vedanta, though. Now, somebody might say that the whole Vedic tradition is an interlude, they say, between what was the proto-Hinduism, which was in the Indus Valley civilization, and then the later Hinduism, which arose with bhakti and so forth.
It has nothing to do with this, what we are talking. Bhakti is only one of the new ways of approaching the antakarana shuddhi, or the inner purity. Prepare you for contemplation. After the contemplation, when you are contemplating, whether it is Krishna or Shiva, the pure state is the same. Even in Puranas. Sri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. Sri Krishna is nothing other than that Paramatman, that supreme state. It is being conceived in the form so that the mind may fix itself up. So that is all means. Means are being evolving.
But do you think there are any changes possible in Vedanta due to, say, the advent of modern science in Christianity? There's been a lot of rethinking, I suppose, of Christianity because of the advent of science.
Right. Christianity has to, because Christianity unfortunately stood against science. In India, we never stood against science. We said this is para, and that is upper knowledge. This is lower knowledge. This is higher knowledge. And we applauded the lower knowledge people. Continue.
What do you say to the scientists who say, no, it's really the upper knowledge, so science is the only sort of knowledge? Lots of scientists say that.
They call that. But then when it came to now sub-nuclear and subatomic science, the metaphysics and physics are merging together.
There is a kind of mysticism of physics today.
Exactly, it's exactly what I'm saying. Because that marginal line they can't understand. Whether it is spirit or energy or matter, they can't say. All of them are merging into one. I will wait another 20 years. You can afford to. You are young. I will quit. In another 20 years' time, I'm sure that the entire attitude will be changing. Many of the higher physicists have changed their attitude. Right?
Yes.
So then in the great Vedic period also, I think that they searched first outside the reality and found that it is all pointing towards him, and then therefore they left that. Those who want to play with it, play. They entered into a higher state of searching the spring of all consciousness within themselves. When they reach there, they say that they have all satisfied, all questions are solved. There is nothing to question about because there is only one infinite self.
One of the complaints that Westerners make about Eastern religions in general, not just about Hinduism, but say about Buddhism, is that they're not really concerned with improving man's social lot, that they're not concerned with social justice.
Right.
Is that true, do you think?
It is true in the sense that we don't strut about saying that we are going to save mankind and bring about every 25 years a total world war for peace. We believe that if man individually can reduce his ego and selfishness a little, social order automatically comes. Even today, what is the social difficulties? Our selfishness only. Countries have got selfishness, communities have got selfishness, isn't it? The trouble that is coming up now here, Asia, go back, Asians, go back. Why? The selfishness that we are not getting that much of a job, we would have got more job. You understand? Stand apart, I am not politician. Stand apart, I am just giving you a vivid example. So too everywhere. The rich doesn't want to share it with others. The poor doesn't want to work, but want to get a share of the rich. I mean, everywhere. Selfishness comes, even in your family. If the man is more selfish than the woman, they have to part each other.
Would you claim, Swami, that Hinduism is better equipped to handle this universal problem than other religions?
I wouldn't say that.
It seems to be a universal problem, doesn't it?
Yes, I wouldn't say that. Every religion is capable of that. But to the modern youngster, the appeal of the Vedanta would be much more stronger. Why? For the last about 4 or 5 generations, we have been massaging the head of everybody at the expense of the heart, isn't it? Humane qualities, where do we teach? In your university, which is the class where the humane qualities are displayed? Never. It's all rational. And when you are purely intellectual and no emotional beauty in you, according to Shakespeare, he is a villain. Bolingbroke, Richard II. Bolingbroke is the villain in that poem only because he is purely intellectual.
He says the same about Cassius too.
Yeah, Cassius also says
men in danger.
So there you are. So I am not exaggerating. So they said, no, if man is fully developed and learned the art of giving up a little of the animal selfishness, in the animal level it is a glory, because self-preservation. But having become a rational human being, you have no duty to preserve yourself.
How does a Western student then begin to get to grips with Vedanta?
One thing is that we first ask him a few daring questions. What is life? Why are you here? What have you done for yourself all these years? You are 30, 35. What did you do for yourself? You earned a little money. For whom? For the wife and children. You built a building. For whom? For your wife and children. What have you done for yourself? He's shocked. By Jove, I never thought of that. Help him within his own selfishness. Slowly make him understand. Then what can we do now? What is it that we can do for ourselves in life? Don't tell me that you earned a lot of money. That is for the banks. You get only a bank book. But the money is used by the bank. That is not for you. What is it that you have done? What is your contribution? Not I am talking to society, to yourself. You ate and spoiled good food. Is that what you have done? Then they become shocked. And what is it that we can do? You understand? So how can you master yourself? And through that self-mastery, how can you master the environments and situations that come around and about? At this moment, you are an automaton. If everybody is rocking and rolling, you also rock and roll. You can't neither come out of it, and everybody is taking drugs, you have to take drugs, full stop. You are not yourself, you have no individuality, you don't think for yourself, you don't carve your own life. You dress as everybody else dressing, you eat because everybody is eating, you drink because everybody is drinking. Where is your life gone? When the East positive, but the naked questions are asked, they become really upset. Then we start slowly. By a chart, we try to explain the fundamentals as quickly as possible to communicate. Because, the old method of studying takes about 4 years. The elementary things. The categories, all right, of the science. Then applying it, you have to go into the science. It takes that, which now we have reduced it to 4 days talks, 4 talks. About 1.5 hours a day, 4 talks, and through the help of a chart and all that. So they get a grasp of their own inner working of their personality. What are the weaknesses of it, why the weaknesses are there, and how am I to get out of those weaknesses? They get the idea of it.
How important is the study of the scriptures in this?
Oh, the scripture alone is the only authority. Because they did not accept me. I may be bluffing. Nobody has got the right to say anything about it. It has been all said in the scriptures, which has been again and again confirmed by various masters with their experiences. So those very scripture we teach, and from there we evolve and explain to them how and its application today in life, which they may not be able to immediately, that we will try to apply, give it to them. There you are.
The scriptures, Swamiji, as you said the other day, also say that the Hindu god is achalam, immovable. You can't move. How are we going to move the Hindu god to the west? That was just a side comment. But where would you place, say, Gandhiji, Mahatma Gandhi and Sri Aurobindo in the context of modern Hinduism?
Both of them were great seekers. One sought it in society, and the other sought it in retirement. Both are seekers, great seekers. And we appreciate them more because they have been useful to the society. They had a relevance to their age. So the other seekers who are seeking there in the Himalayan valleys are ignored by us because we don't know what they did. These people did it, and therefore we say that they are great. But they are all seekers. They are on the path. A Mahatma, a sadhu, from Uttarakashi, that is one part of the Himalayas. He went there to Mahatma Gandhi in Dehradun, and early in the afternoon he was sitting and doing the spinning. As usual. So at that time he got the interview, so he went there. He went there and with that excitement, he's a pretty old man. He said, Maharaj, Gandhiji, now you have done enough to society. Now why don't you come to the Himalayas? So he said, yes, but in the Himalayas what will I do? So he said, seek there the peace that passeth all understanding. The peace. Live peacefully there. You have done your share. Mahatma Gandhi, as he is doing, he has not stopped it. You are still doing this. Swamiji, you are seeking peace in the Himalayas. Gandhiji is seeking peace in peacelessness, in struggle, in the world. Ashanti mein shanti dhoond raha hu. You see, Ashanti means where there is conflicts. There I want to discover peace, and not peace in the peaceful realm. He explained, that shows that he is still seeking at that time also. Only thing is, some seek it in the world while serving the society, karma yogi. Others will be withdrawing and philosophical study and contemplation, meditation, and he who doesn't want to meet anybody and quietly and undisturbed, he did that, Aurobindo. So all these are seekers only.
Gandhiji confessed that he had not read the scriptures. Well, not many. He read some of the Puranas, but not the Vedas and so forth. So in light of that, would you say that he compromised Hinduism because he wanted to have Hinduism adopt to a modernizing India, or would he have kept quite close to
Now,
the
when you say that studying the scriptures, scripture is not Veda. The Upanishads portions are called the scriptures of India. Upanishads and the Gita and the Brahma Sutra, these are the three main scriptures of India.
Vedanta.
For three main books, of which Gita he has been studying. Gita is the essence of all the Upanishads. So you can't say that he has not studied the scriptures. What are you talking?
He says it.
He says it because he has not done the orthodox method, gone to the university of specializing, university in the Himalayas, specializing it. He did not do it. But the Gita, he has written a commentary also. And there's certain portions he has said that I don't understand it. Okay? Because he has not gone to the original textbook. So that I don't think that that is much of a...
But what's happened to Gandhiji in India in the modern day? He seems to be forgotten.
Nobody is remembered. Now what has happened? Stalin, what has happened? Hitler, I can't even pronounce the word in Germany. They will munch my nose flat. Punch my nose flat, is it? And these are all great men. Whether good or bad, in their time they must have done. But so,
So one last question, Swamiji. If suppose India suddenly became communist or something and decided like China to get rid of religion, would you think Hinduism would still survive?
What is their definition of religion? Church, mosque, or the temple, and their rituals. Isn't it?
Yes.
All these will go away. Still the Vedanta will stay.
So it's not geographically...
Never, never. Islam came and broke all the idols, isn't it? About 400 years they have been breaking idols. Only their muscles developed. Our religion did not break. This is only a symbol. So long as the philosophy remains. So long as the first mantra or the Ishavasya Upanishad remains, philosophy is in the country, it will come up.
Isavashedam Sarvam. Thank you very much.
Very good. Thank you.